Muhammad Umar Farooq biological video. Please make sure to subscribe, like and share the video. Ask the question for answer and comment about the artwork perspective. So in this video we will talk about the significance of secondary growth in the plant. So the secondary growth mean after the growth of primary, that will be secondary growth. Secondary growth is the major part is the producing wood. So here is the herb which are primary growth and not secondary growth. Here is the primary growth in shrub. There's the herb, shrub and tree. That is the tree is woody and herb and shrub is the basically non-woody as compared to the shrub is the basically semi-wood. So here the primary plus secondary growth is present in the tree. That is due to the so that's why it's produce that wood. So here vascular cambium and core cambium is the major importance of the production of secondary xylem and secondary growth. That's a periderm, and here now we will talk about the primary growth. So first of all, primary xylem which that are inside in black color shows that the primary xylem which go inside after the secondary xylem, and here is the upper side orange shows that orange color is primary phloem which that are covered by the whole upper part of the, and green line shows that the vascular cambium. That's the vascular cambium which that is present between the xylem and phloem. So here is the whole coverage of the primary phloem, and inside the primary xylem will be occur. Now here is we will talk about the secondary growth. The secondary growth is mean the here is the primary xylem and primary phloem. Phloem is the conducting of food and xylem is used for the conducting of water and mineral. So here the black color shows that the xylem and orange color shows that the phloem. And secondary xylem and secondary phloem we will talk about here because the after the result of the secondary growth. Secondary growth will be produced the secondary phloem and secondary xylem which that are between the vascular cambium which that is shown in the green color. So here the upper part is known as the basically secondary phloem is going upward, and here a downward inside of the cells will be grow in the form of secondary xylem that's go into the pith that is known as heartwood and containing sapwood. Sapwood mean sapwood mean it's active part of the wood, and heartwood mean it's inactive part of the wood. So here is the core cambium and vascular cambium. Core cambium is used for the which that are shown in the green color. That is green color shows that the core cambium which produce the periderm upper part and bark, and vascular cambium used for the phloem and xylem, that is the secondary phloem and secondary xylem. Now here I will mention about that the vascular cambium will grow more and new vascular cambium will arise inside, so that the ring will be produced that is known as annual ring. Here I draw a pith which that is going pith is contained primary xylem, and that's primary xylem. Here is the vascular cambium. That's a vascular cambium in every years will be changed their shape and their color will be produced. That's here is the annual ring will be produced from one cambium ring to second cambium ring. That is here is the cambium, and here is the which that arise from the pith, and that's a red color ray is known as xylem ray, and which that are arise from the annual ring to annual ring that is known as medullary ray. So remember it, don't forget about. So here a secondary xylem will be produced which that are present after the production of second cambium ring. So here is the wood and here is the pith, and here is the basically area which that are dead cork which that are produced by a core cambium which that is shown in the green color, which that is the core cambium sorry, here is the red color shows that the core cambium, and here is the different type of cell which that are present is known as cortex. That cortex is contain the periderm and core cambium or bark. So it is known as the bark, which that is upper part of the stem, and inner side is known as pith, which that are central part, inactive wood, which that store mineral and some nutrients, and is the epiderm, dead cells are present in the bark. And wood is the basically made up of xylem. There's a xylem vessel and fiber. That xylem fiber contain pits, and their cells are dead. So there's a dead cell is using for the conduction of water, just only using the conduction of water. So here the core cambium is produced cells by cell division to make barks that will later on dead. So it means the bark will be dead. So it means, remember it, that is the dead part of the plant, which that our upper layer is known as bark, and that is known as periderm. So now we will talk about the just about the wood. So here is the upper part is known as bark, which that is shown, I am mentioned in the green color, and inside is between, look at this, there is a ring are produced, which that is known as annual ring. So here is the sapwood, which that are upper part, and here is the heartwood, which that are inner side. That inner side of the heartwood is the inactive, and they not conduct water, but outer lateral side, which that is known as sapwood, which conduct the water and nutrients from root to shoot system. So that's important. So here I will draw another structure of the basically stem, which that contain pith in between, and here is the orange color shows that the heartwood inactive, which that are known as heartwood, and sapwood is layer, no, here is the bark or cork, and is a phloem layer, and here is the vascular cambium, and here is the sapwood. So vascular cambium are present between the phloem and sapwood. It means the sapwood is the xylem, made up of xylem, and that xylem is produced inside. So hardwood inactive, which that is also made up of xylem. It means the xylem is moved inside toward the pith, and phloem going outside from the pith, or from the basically outer side. So it means the phloem will secondary phloem will rupture the primary phloem by the growth of secondary phloem. So here now we will talk about the another things which that are formation of bark. So now we will talk about the formation of bark by a special cork cambium, which that are core cambium developed within the outer cortex. Okay, and outer cortex that is living and have tendency to reproduce. That's asexual reproduction, that is known as cell division. The cell division will be occur and produce the basically you know about that. There's a cell division, mitosis will be produced, and bark cell will be produced, that is later on will be dead. So here is the phloem and xylem. Xylem plus phloem will be xylem and phloem will be push their cambium, and their pushing of the cambium go outward to that force which rupture the bark. So that's rupturing of the bark is due to the cambium activity. That's a production of cambium which that are produced cambium. So here is the second one is known as basically phloem, its inner side, and basically cambium produce cell division. So produce cell division, and there's the rupturing of bark. There's rupturing of the bark will be produced because inner side will be go outside. There's a core cambium will go outside further, and that's gradually going the cell division will, that's the old cell which that are present in the outside of the stem, that will be sloughing off. That's known as the sloughing off. So that's sloughing off the cells will increase the girth of the plant stem. So girth mean the thickness of the stem will be increased. So after the time wise, there's the annual ring will be produced by the activity of a core cambium. There's a core cambium is basically are present, which that are new core cambium will be arise from inside as compared to outside, and outside will be going to older, and inside will be going to new younger. A new cambium will be produced, and that ring will be production of that rings in annually or in seasonal, that is known as annual ring. So that spot will be produced, and we can judge the age of the plant due to the that rings. So it means you have make concept about the um, formation of bark, and that's the secondary growth. That's the result of secondary growth. Just remember it. Here is the old core cambium, which that are old core cambium is going upward, no, and here is the new which that arise from inside to outside going, but old cambium will be going to rupture, and their cell is going to sloughing off. That's the old bark, and new bark will be produced from the inside. So here from the inside will be new bark produced, and um, new core cambium within the secondary phloem. So here the within the secondary phloem that's will produce. So now here I will show that the here is the production of the ring which that are produced is looking that here is the ring which that are produced from here, that is known as the basically annual ring. So here is the secondary phloem are in shown in the green color, which that is the green color showing that the is the phloem which that are outer side, and the core cambium is uh, between the phloem is inner side. So core cambium are produced near to the phloem. So another thing is that here is the outer projection of the living cells are present from growing from the phloem cell which that are living, and parenchyma cells which that are living, and that is known as lenticulation. That's the lenticulation is mean the suberization of the walls. Lenticles are very in size, from minute microscopic to clearly visible spots. That spot will be produced due to the you can see the that diagram, and I will show the picture about the lenticles. So here is the lenticle picture is here, and no core cambium dead is here, that's the and cork we produce, and here is the secondary cortex cells are present which that are reproduced to give a living cells which that are arise from the between the dead cell of the cork cambium, the cork upper layer of the periderm, and there's the water absorption is the important role for in the from the environment in the air. So the suberization mean the suberin, that's a waxy component which that are add into the lenticles, the cells which that arise into the stem. So that's the basically the visibility or non-visibility is depend on the size of the. So here is the basically vascular cambium are present is here. That's vascular cambium is produce their cells which that are living, and there's a living cell which arise near to the phloem and going outward. There's a produce and rupture the bark and grow more. So that's for absorption of the water, and that's lenticulation. So thanks for watching.